The battleground state of Arizona is holding its primary elections tomorrow. In the race for governor, 2 congressmen and 2 businessmen are competing for the Republican nomination. Former House Freedom Caucus chair Andy Biggs has the upper hand after winning President Trump's endorsement. The winner of this contest will face off against Democratic incumbent Governor Katie Hobbs in November. She's running unopposed in tomorrow's Democratic primary. Let's bring in CBS News political director Fin Gomez. Fin, so has the president's backing at all secured Congressman Biggs in the Republican nomination for governor? What do you think?
Yeah, Adriana, good morning. Yeah, look, it certainly gives Andy Biggs a significant advantage to have the president's support. No Republican has lost a statewide primary in Arizona with Trump's endorsement, and Biggs became the sole pick after Karen Taylor Robson, who Trump also had backed, dropped out back in February. Biggs has consolidated a lot of support from much of the MAGA movement. We've seen polling that's reflected that. He's kind of been up in the polls in the last several weeks. But that said, Congressman David Schweiker has also argued Republicans need a nominee who can appeal beyond the party's MAGA base, beyond their base, if they want to defeat Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs in November, the incumbent. And he's also pointed to his own track record winning in his swing district. But again, remember, Arizona is essentially a purple state. That's why it's such a perennial battleground every single cycle. And what happens here really gives us a big indication of what's going to happen in the fall, and could give us a bigger indication of what's happening in 2028, ahead of 2028.
Yeah. And Finn, you're also following 2 House primaries that will test the president's influence in Arizona. Tell me about them.
Yeah, no, look, the biggest one is Arizona's open first district, where Congressman Schweiker, again, because of his decision to run for governor, created one of the most competitive House races in the country, Vlad. This is a true toss-up. On the Republican side, former NFL and Cardinals kicker Jay Feely has President Trump's endorsement and is facing state rep Joseph Chaplik, who's running more as a grassroots conservative. But on the Democratic side, it's essentially a rematch from 2024. But there's been a lot of drama because the former state rep Amish Shah has criticized the DCC, and that is the House Dems campaign arm. They have endorsed former television journalist Marlene Galen Woods, and that is significant because they see it as her opposition sees it as jumping into and meddling into a primary that they don't need to be in. But they feel that if she wins, they have a better chance. Democrats have a better chance of winning in this district.
All right, and Finn, you know we're not going to let you leave without talking about Maine.
Yeah.
So Democrats in Maine were hard at work this weekend figuring out who the next person was going to be their candidate in the Senate race. Who did they choose, and what do we need to know about him?
I thought you were going to ask me about Spain, but Maine is good too. All right.
I mean, yes, we can.
That's next.
That's next. Now, look, in Maine, like a lot of news over the weekend, all signs point to former Maine Senate President Troy Jackson, who's emerging as a Democrats nominee. And that would become official next weekend. But we've seen his competitors, top competitors, drop out. He's a well-known figure in Maine politics, a longtime state lawmaker, a former logger who's built his brand with organized labor, working class voters. He calls himself a pickup progressive. They believe that this blue collar profile Democrats do. Yeah, I mean it's a good brand, right? But they're trying to reconnect with those same voters who drifted from the Republicans in recent years and supported Graham Plattner, right? So they feel like, speaking to some Democrats this morning, they feel like this is like the best one amongst this huge field that kind of represents his politics. Right. At the same time, he's got a job trying to unify the whole Democratic Party after all this chaos, guys.
Right. They want to appease the people who would have voted for Graham. That makes sense.
Exactly.
Finn, you called it. Viva España.
That's right.
Viva España.
You did.
Viva.
Nice job, my man.
Viva. Vamos.
Thanks, Finn.